Just a reminder that this and all my other videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet, my name is Kelsey, and welcome back to my closet and the grand extravaganza for hitting 100 subscribers. I just want to say again just how grateful I am that there were 100 individual people who decided, hey, she actually makes videos worth watching, because it means that I'm doing something right, or at least, you know, that's what I take from it when somebody subscribes, and it encourages me to keep going. So that is my cat's tail. I asked in my little short what you would rather see as a collection versus a restoration video, and the majority of people asked for a collection video. So this is going to be pretty long because I do have a lot of dolls, not necessarily all that I've bought in the last couple of years of actively collecting, but a lot of things that I had from childhood. I'm going to try to be as brief as possible with things like modern things or things that I've made videos about, but you know, I just want to make sure everything is cataloged, and I'm going to put chapters in so that you guys can look at the different types of dolls that you want to see. I've got a lot of different stuff ranging from vintage Barbies all the way up to Rainbow High and stuff like that, so let's just get it going. I'm going to start with the dolls that are here right next to me in the closet because we can just zip through those pretty quickly. So first up, I have these NaNaNa Surprise dolls. This is the Teen Rebel Dare, and I just love her British punk aesthetic. I love the hair too. Like, I never put her hat on because I just love the way her hair is like falling on her face and makes her look like she's rocking out. I also have Hyper Prim from the Ultimate Surprise. She's very cute. I love cat themed stuff, so obviously out of the two Ultimate Surprises, I really wanted this one, and she was kind of a treat to myself because I was going through a rough moment at the time when I decided to buy her, and I just love this. I love the fact that the hair is so long on both of these girls, and the color of this is just so pretty. So light and airy. Oh, there goes her glasses again. And then of course, Tuesday Now, another cat-themed one, and the only small NaNaNa that I have at the moment. I did have a couple other ones, but I didn't like them quite as much as when I first got them, so I wound up selling off the other ones except for her. I think I want to put her out for Halloween with my other Halloween stuff because she's got that black cat vibe. Next, this is GLO-Up Girl's Alex, and I'm sure most of you have seen this video. I really attribute my video of her to how I got a lot of subscribers in the first place because she still hasn't come out yet as of when I'm filming. I'll really always be grateful for having her and for what she's done for the channel, and I just really love the GLO-Up Girls in general. She's very pretty, and I definitely plan on getting other GLO-Up Girls when they do come out. Next, we're gonna go into the LOL Surprise dolls that I have. So first is the one and only tween doll that I have, Cherry BB, who is adorable, who I headcanon as kind of a greaser pretending to be a good girl. She definitely gives me that vibe, like she comes straight from Greece. She'd hang out with Rizzo and Frenchie and everything. This is B-Girl from the Dance Dance line, and then this is Major Lady. I love these two. I love Major Lady's 70s disco thing going on. She's so vibrant and colorful, and I am kind of a sucker for like orange and redheads. And then B-Girl, her black and white thing just really works for me. I love the way that they swirled her hair colors together in her braids. I love how sleek she looks. She's just really, really cool. And I definitely love the black light elements that obviously you're not going to be able to see right now. But yeah, and speaking of black light, Roller Chick. She is my first OMG doll that I ever got, and one of the first ones that I was like, she's actually not really crazy, outlandish, and gaudy like some of the other ones before her. I also just love the 80s aesthetic because I grew up watching a lot of 80s stuff. I'm not an 80s person, but My mom was from the 80s, so she showed us a lot of 80s movies and music, so it means something to me. I love her blue eyes, I love the color of her hair and the twists and everything. She's still one of my favorites, even as new ones come out. Then of course we have Miss Glam, who I did a review on not that long ago. Still very, very beautiful. I just love her metallic makeup still. I love the blue and silver. She looks so, so lovely. And finally for OMG dolls, I have Kitty K, and mostly what drew me to her was her Ariana Grande inspired look and everything, and her super duper long hair. I'd kind of like to change her hairstyle, maybe pull it up into more of a high pony like Ariana wears. I don't know. I get nervous about restyling doll hair because I don't want it to look really, really ridiculous. For now, she's gonna stay as she is. Next up is what is probably my current favorite doll line that is out right now, Rainbow High. So here is Cheer Sunny. I had liked the original Sunny's outfit, but to me when I buy dolls, I really like to have the whole package of things that I like, which includes face, hair, clothes, makeup, you know, everything. So regular Sunny didn't necessarily do it for me. And like I said in my video about Winter Break Violet, I really want to stick to one of each character. And I saw Cheer Sunny, I was like, oh yeah, she is really nice. I think the hair is really the seller for me because I didn't really like the space buns the way they did them on original Sunny. She is wearing her original socks and shoes, but I put her in, this is from Avery's set. I like to buy like separate pieces of clothes if I can because the Rainbow High clothes are so nice and I want to have options, but I don't want to have to buy the whole doll. I like the fact that Sunny, even though her theme is yellow, she incorporates some rainbow into her theme. Just accents really nicely. Yellow's not really my favorite color, so having some other splashes of color in with the yellow makes her outfits look nicer to me. Then of course we have Violet, as I said, my first Rainbow High doll, who I still care about having this doll because, again, she was the first one I ever got. As you can see, I did try to restyle her hair. I still kind of want to cut off her bangs. I like the glitter eyeshadow on her. I don't know, I'm a sucker for glitter and makeup on dolls. I don't know why. Then we have Ruby, who I did do a video on before my hiatus, and she is just as gorgeous as ever. I love her hair. And I love the gold. I think the red and the gold together really works nicely on her makeup. It's got the gold sparkly eyeshadow. I have her in Kaya's pants right now, but the rest of these pieces are hers. This jacket I'm still not over. I was so in love with the jacket when I first opened her, and I still love it. It is so, so cool. Next is Bella. I love her pink cotton candiness. The thing is, a lot of the dolls in Rainbow High, since they came out before the show, kind of gave me different vibes than what their characters actually are in the show. So if I looked at Bella just as a doll, I would put her as a prim and proper kind of girl, but she's really not like that in the show. And I would put Ruby as a little more tomboyish, but she's not really like that in the show. I still do really like her. I just love the bubblegum color of her hair and how pretty and soft it is. I love that her skin kind of has like a pinkish hue to it that just makes her look like she just came out of a cotton candy puff. And here we have Kaya Hart. I also love her pink hair and I love the little rainbow details inside of it. But what really sold me on her was her clothes, because she has the nicest clothes that we've seen on a Rainbow High doll so far as the quality. I mean, this jacket is like actual denim, and so are these shorts, and her sweatshirt, the one sweatshirt, is like a real sweatshirt material, really thick. And I love her brown eyes with the pink. I think brown and pink are a really nice combination, and I'm looking forward to the same kind of quality when we finally get Jet. After that, we have River. Of course, I had to get the one and only boy Rainbow High doll, and I gotta say, like, I don't usually have a lot of boy dolls, but River, he's just really nice. I think just because he's got the Rainbow High quality going. It's unique that he has rooted lashes as a boy doll. His hair, I would like to kind of smush it down somehow, maybe make it more swept off to the side instead of just in the center of his head, but he's still really cool, and it's nice to have some variety in the options of dolls for Rainbow High. And last but certainly not least for Rainbow High, we have Winter Break Violet, who I just did a video on last week. Still gorgeous, still need to fix her hair. I just haven't had the time, but I do really like her a lot. Prefer her a little bit to original Violet. You know, that's no insult to original Violet. It's not really her fault. Okay, moving on from Rainbow High, here is the only modern Barbie that I have here in the closet. This is Fashionista 160, who I put on a made-to-move body. If you see my Instagram, you'll know that I named her Sophie, and I like to take pictures of her here and there. She is adorable. When I saw her face, I bought her originally because I wanted to see what a fashionista was like, and I was actually really impressed with the quality of the body and the hair, despite the fact that there's like no articulation and the clothes were like meh. This is made to move head from this body. She was the only one that I could find that was a good skin match. Yeah, I really wanted her to be able to pose and to be able to dress up in really cute stuff and take pictures, which is why I rebodied her, and I'm very, very happy with her. So continuing on with some modern dolls that I have in the closet, I've got another one that another set that I made a video on. This is Hairdorables, Hair Amazing, Neela and Logan from the Prom Perfect series. And if you remember from that video, Neela's got a little bit of a problem with her head, where she can kind of squash down and have no neck. I haven't tried taking her head off completely to see if I can fix it, which I probably should. I just haven't had the time. I still like them just for the fact that they are a really, really cute couple together. I love the fact that they match. I love the space theming. Even if she was a little defective when I first opened her, I still, as a whole, like the idea. I haven't heard anything about any more Hair Amazing dolls. I know there is another series of regular Hairdorables dolls coming out soon. I'm hoping that they'll continue with other Hair Amazings, because at Toy Fair 2020, which was right before the pandemic, they were hinting at the possibility of having some of the other girls become Hair Amazing sized dolls. I think it was Emily and Rain and a couple of others. Yeah, I would like to see that still. I don't know. I don't know how well the prom dolls really sold. They were kind of in the store for a couple weeks and then all of a sudden they were gone. They had stiff competition this year, that's the problem. Or last year, I would say. So we might as well continue on with the regular size Hairdorables. So I actually started my doll collecting journey with one NaNaNa Surprise doll and one Hairdorables. And now I kind of passed up on them because of the fact that I wasn't enthused with the hair art series. I never was able to get any that were from the school line. I only had the masquerade ones, and those ones I did not like. I'm willing to give them another chance with this hair blowout series that's coming. Anyway, this is Emily from series 4. No. It was the series that had the garden party. This was her debut, but she does smell. It was the scented series. So I think it was the garden party and the beach and like a carnival. I can't really describe what she smells like, but I really like the smell, and the smell has really stayed. I bought her secondhand. I didn't actually pull her. I like purple, you know. I think you guys know that already. And her little shaved side here, that's really cute. And she has really long, soft hair. The Hairdorables hair, of course, is excellent because they are Hairdorables. So that was a big part of what drew me to them in the first place when I started doll collecting, and their size. I really do like their size and the fact that they have nice articulation at a small size. So this is one of the dolls that I pulled myself from the hair art series. This is Totally Radical Harmony or something along those lines. I kept her because I like her 80s aesthetic. You know, her little mesh top over the other top and the skirt, and then the leg warmers with her shoes, even though I wish the leg warmers had been separate pieces and her legs weren't just painted blue. She's totally radical. This is another one of the ones that I bought myself. This is Tea Time Willow. I collect teapots and tea-related paraphernalia and Victorian stuff, so she was a must for me when I saw her. I just knew that if I wanted to find her, I was going to wind up having to buy 1,000,000 of the Hairdorables blind boxes, and I did not feel like doing that. So I bought her on Mercari or eBay. She doesn't really smell anymore. That's the thing. Emily really held her smell. I don't know why Willow didn't hold her smell, but her dress is super adorable, and her hair is such a nice pastel-y color. Definitely a favorite, which is why I still have her. This is another one. This is Roses Are Bella, another one that I bought secondhand, and another one from the Garden series, who goes right along with Willow. She's got the big poofy hair that's kind of like powdered wig almost. I kind of like rolled it a little bit because it was really kind of out of control at first. So you can still see the curl, but it's just in a tighter bun here so that it doesn't look as messy. But she is really cute. She doesn't smell anymore. This is the only other one that I pulled from a blind box that I still have. This is Symphony Harmony, who is also from the Garden series, who also doesn't smell anymore. I don't know what happened. As you can see, I kind of restyled her hair because she had like an afro going on and I didn't really like it. So I brushed the curl down to be a little softer and then put it in a ponytail and left the braid and kind of just pull it back on the side. But I do like her little tuxedo and that it's floral. It kind of combines like feminine and masculine elements together. Looks like she's going to play the violin, which she came with a violin. And that's what she's gonna do at the party. She's like the entertainment. Which is kind of a bum deal. So as I've said before, I am into space, and this is... don't remember, but it's Neela, who is obviously space themed and has some glow-in-the-dark elements. I believe her crown glows in the dark and her shoes and maybe her dress. I got her in, not a blind box, but it was one of those 2-packs where you could see one doll and then you had a blind one. So I don't really count her as like pulling because I knew what I was getting. That was a good thing for me though, because I do really like her. And again, I like the space theme, and I like the fact that now I have a mini and a large version of her. Last but certainly not least for Hairdorables is Sensational Skylar, whose shoe is always falling off, so I'm just gonna hold her by the feet. But she is one of the rares, and I bought her secondhand, and I got a really good deal on her secondhand because she was going for quite a bit of money sometimes. And I finally found her for like $30, which is way cheaper than what she usually sells for. But I really liked her cherry blossom theme and the purple streaks in her hair and the tinsel. I know a lot of people have issues with tinsel in doll hair. I think it's really nice. I like the shine. I was glad I was able to get her because I knew there was no way I was going to find her in a blind box. Now, let's go on to another category of dolls that everyone is familiar with and I'm sure excited about because they are coming back, the Bratz. The Bratz are really special to me because I had a friend growing up who had Bratz. We were friends in dance class, and I would go over her house like almost every week after dance class, and we would play with her Bratz dolls. And so when I got home, I would be like, Ma, I want some Bratz dolls too. And so I started to get those and kind of faded out of playing with Barbies in preference of Bratz. And my mom thankfully wasn't one of those people who was like, no, we are a no Bratz household, which I didn't even know was a thing until nowadays when I started recollecting dolls. So this is Hollywood Style Phoebe. You may recognize her as the doll I usually use as an avatar for myself. I chose her out of all of the ones that I have just because of the color of her hair and her eyes being purple. And I just love her little face too. I bought her in box actually. She was one of the first Bratz that I bought as an adult. And I always liked Phoebe. I was just growing out of like dolls and stuff as Phoebe and Roxy came out. And so I never actually had a Phoebe when I was younger. And I really liked Back to School Phoebe, but Back to School Phoebe is ridiculously expensive and I don't understand why. This one is also still really pretty. Of course, I have her dressed in something else because I like to change her outfit up when we're doing different videos so that she doesn't wear the same thing all the time. As for other Bratz that I bought as an adult collector, I got Princess Chloe, and I got her in the box too, because I really wanted to have all of her accessories and everything, and it was so hard to find a really good quality Princess Chloe with at least one outfit for a decent price. So I was like, if I'm gonna spend a lot of money, I'm just gonna get her in the box. She is really gorgeous. I love the long hair and I love the pink and gold. I think that's what drew me in mostly, was she really looks the most princessy, I think, out of the 4 or 5 or I don't know, however many princess dolls there were. She looks the most regal. Then recently I got Style It Jade, which is one of the first Bratz dolls in a while that I saw her on Lookin' Bratz, I think. I went through Lookin' Bratz just to see all the different Bratz that had been out over the years, and Jade's always been one of my favorite characters, and I saw her and I was like, wow, I need her. She is so cool. And I actually got her with all her stuff. Her hair's a little wild, I have to fix that. Maybe I'll make a video about that since I know some people were interested in restoration, but I definitely like her. I like her dramatic lips and the plaid. I have a lot of plaid shirts and stuff, so the plaid thing, you know, reminds me of that punk feeling without being totally punk. She definitely has like a punk look going, but of course she's not like extreme punk that the Pretty in Punk Bratz were. Definitely one that I'm really glad to have in my collection. And then recently I also got this Girls Night Out Dana, whose hair is also a disaster and her face is a little bit dirty. I'm definitely gonna have to clean her up. I didn't get her dress or skirt. She just came in this outfit and with her purse. I'm really hoping to find some of her other pieces in the future, but for now, at least she has some of her original clothes. And I've got to get her hair back in that high ponytail because I really like it. I got her because Dana, another of my favorite characters, and she has the rooted eyelashes. The camera would pick that up, which, you know, was a rare thing for Bratz dolls. Most of them don't have rooted eyelashes. And now on to the Bratz that I had as a child. These are my original ones that I kept. I had a lot more. I even had a couple that got stolen by someone who was supposed to be a friend, but we're not gonna get into that. But these are my original Bratz, and I pretty much have like all of their pieces. This is Express It Chloe, I believe. I think she's the second version of Chloe that they came out with. But she is, you know, I think she's like the first one that I ever got, if I remember correctly, because she's definitely the oldest one out of all the ones that I have. And I know that my friend who introduced me to Bratz had the original Chloe, so I really liked her, and that's probably why I went for getting this one as a kid. Then we have Funk and Glow Jade. When I recently pulled them out of the storage box that I had them in to clean them up, I had to restyle her hair so it's not completely to the original style, but I did the best that I could to get it into that space bunish looking thing. But I really love Jade's really edgy style. I mean, I kind of consider myself to be a little edgy in style sometimes. I've been told that before. So her style really speaks to me still. And obviously the light up jacket was a big deal back in the day. I don't know if it would still work if I changed the batteries, but I do still have the jacket, so. And then this is Dana from the spa. I did have the spa when I was a kid. She was the first Dana then, of course, and the first one that I got. Her head's a little bit weird, like it wants to flop over to this side all the time, but she still looks really nice, and I love the way that her hair came out. All of their hair really came out nice and shiny when I washed it. I'm missing one of her feet though, one of her original feet, which is why she's wearing these slipper feet instead. This is Formal Funk Sasha, and she, I think, is the only Formal Funk one that I had. I really like the Formal Funk because, again, like I said, I like the glitter makeup on dolls, and all of them have that glitter makeup and they have that really soft expression because they're there for a dance. But at least I have Sasha, and she's really pretty. Again, when I tried to restyle her hair, I couldn't get the twist. I don't know how to do twists. I don't know why. So I just did little braids and then put them together in the ponytail. I think it has the same effect, really. Then we have the Winter Wonderland something like that. Dana, who again has the glitter makeup. I love the glitter makeup. Oh my gosh. And again, I couldn't do the twist, so she now has 2 braids in the back of her head instead of that. And if you saw my winter break Violet review, you'll know that I really love winter clothes, so I love her sweater and her corduroy pants. And last but not least for Bratz dolls, this is Sweetheart Megan. Megan was another one of my favorite characters. I had a lot of different Megans over the years. You know, even though she's like a Valentine's themed doll and I've never really been into Valentine's Day, her jeans with the little studs are just adorable, and her hair, I didn't wash her hair when I washed everybody else's hair because I was like, I'm never gonna get the style back. And it's not so bad because of the way the style is, so I figured it was okay to leave her like that. Really pretty. Actually, I can't quite finish off all the Bratz yet without mentioning the Lil Bratz, which were another thing I had in my childhood that I really, really loved. I just love small things, which is why I like the Hairdorables. It's why I really like the LOL Tweens. So the Lil Bratz, I played with them just about as much as my regular size Bratz. This is Dana, and she came with the car. And I just love the fact that they, even though they're tiny, they still are pretty much the same. They still have pop-off feet. They don't have bend and snap knees, which I didn't realize until just now, but they do still have regular joint articulation and head articulation. So they're a little bit limited by their size, but they still have the same quality of fashions. And then I have this Sasha. I don't remember what the lines were called for the Lil Bratz just because they were so different from the regular ones. This Megan, who came with the Bratz, or Lil Bratz dollhouse and a motorcycle. This is Jade. I think she has the same look as Express It Jade with these twists all together. If you took a picture of this doll without anything to scale it by, you wouldn't be able to necessarily, unless you knew your Bratz, you wouldn't be able to necessarily tell that this is a miniature doll. I have this Chloe, which I don't really know the specific Chloe that she is. And then I have these 2. These were characters that they created specifically for the Lil Bratz line. So they kind of made like 4 core girls that were mirrors to the original 4 core Bratz, just with like slightly altered coloration, and they had weird names that I don't remember. This one I think is definitely Nazalia. I don't know. This one's name starts with an A. I have been doing a lot of talking, and this video is already looking like it's going to be really long, so I think I'm going to break this into 2 parts. So this will be the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, which will come out in another couple of days. And thanks for watching so far if you have watched this far. And thank you so much again for subscribing, and I'll probably say it again in the next part. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you just happened upon this video, then welcome to the channel. Feel free to stick around. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description. If you could share this video, I would really appreciate it. The subscriber count has gone up a little bit even since the 100 subscribers hit. It would be a dream to be able to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I know it's kind of it's a stretch, but that would be so cool. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching so far. I will be back next time with some Barbie, some Disney dolls, and some other random things that I have in my collection. Alright, see ya! What are you looking at?